Hello again, and this is my presentation for P3, the heated oil infuser for BTE 302. My P3 innovation is obviously the heated oil infuser. So you're probably wondering what a heated oil infuser is. Well, it is something that is used to create flavored oils for cooking. Think an oil infuser like pictured right there, but now sitting on a hot plate. So a little bit of a step up from the current oil infuser invention that's out there. So how does it work? Here's a little diagram for you to sort of help you envision it. Herbs or garlic or whatever is placed into that little central basket that sits in the olive oil. It's attached to the lid of the container. That container is then filled with oil, and the container is a tempered glass, kind of like a coffee pot, and it sits on a hot plate, or like a burner for a coffee maker. That burner then evenly heats the oil at a continuous temperature, and that hot heated oil then starts to absorb the flavors of the aroma and the herbs and sits for however long, for as long as you want, because the longer it's sitting, the stronger it gets. That oil then can be used for cooking, or it can be put on salads as dressing, or lamb, or whatever you want to put oil on. Those that would want it are really any sort of chef, amateur, or professional that likes to experiment and make olive oil, or someone that just wants to, punch their salad dressings up a little bit instead of just the oil and balsamic vinegar dressing. Maybe they want jalapeno oil and balsamic vinegar. So just kind of likes to mix it up a little bit with their salad. And why would they want that? Well, as I said, the current process, of making oil or flavored oil is a little bit more laborious. The olive oil has to be heated in a pan and then transferred into a container, and that container then gets filled with the herbs and stuff and has to sit. But the study I mentioned below, conducted in 2012, discovered that one of the leading causes of burns in the kitchen was from transferring hot liquids like oil, and actually they specifically mentioned hot oil into a container and then overflow spillage, people getting their hands burnt, etc. So this would eliminate that risk. It would also prevent people from accidentally burning the oil. If they forget about the oil in the pan, they turn around and all of a sudden they just ruined that pan from burning the oil into it. It also is convenient. It's more convenient than, like I said, heating an oil, pouring it into a pan, and running that risk of burning yourself. And it simplifies the existing process. You don't need to pull out a pan and then wash the pan afterwards. You don't need to worry about making that big mess. You just have the container, put it in, heat it up, and then you're done. And also then you can serve the oil right from that container, because it's decorative, has a little fancy handle, keep you from burning yourself, and so on and so forth. It also saves money. Instead of people having to go out and buy their flavored oil, they can just simply make it at home. They don't have to worry about the risk of looking up recipes and such, because this container or this system would have recipes in there for them as well. So the negatives, well, there's the cost. But I really don't see that as a big negative, because you buy the container and then you're done. As the innovation video said, it's easy, and you buy it, you don't like it, you can return it. And then all you have to do, if you do like it, is buy oils and herbs, and you can experiment. You have more freedom instead of having to buy specifically created olive oils. Is it a gimmick? Personally, I think it's not a gimmick, but that's a matter of opinion. I think it's a valuable tool that a chef who likes to play around with different flavored olive oils can use and would be interested in purchasing and using. It does have a limited use, but also I think that limited use is quite a large use, if you understand what I'm saying. It is used to make flavored olive oils, but then it's also a salad dressing dispenser. It's easy to clean out and use again. If you don't want to use the container to make the heated olive oils, but you need a container to make your basic balsamic vinegar and olive oil dressing, you can still use the container. You just don't need to put it on the hot pad or hot pot. And then, yes, the unattended hot pads are a risk, but also so is an unattended oven. So really, there's no more increased risk in using it. And it has a little indicator light, I don't know if you saw in the picture, with an on-off switch. So yes, there's a risk to unattended use, but also so does an oven have that risk. And it has a timer as well to turn off after so many hours. So that is my innovation, the heated oil infuser. I hope you found it interesting and you enjoyed the presentation. And here are the references for the study and the photos, and I look forward to watching your presentations as well.